Brad, good morning.
Good morning, Matt. How are you?
Doing well. What about this encounter thing? Tell us what the main idea behind these encounter events are.
Well, the idea is actually pretty simple. When myself and a couple other youth ministers sat down about 2 years ago to just pray about the state of youth ministry and where teens are at, the question was posed, what do teens really need right now? And the answer is simple. They need Jesus Christ. And the beautiful thing about the church is that we have him really and truly present in the Blessed Sacrament. So we simply started running these adoration events back in the summer of 2012. Started with about, 40 or 50 people, adults and teens, and it's just continued to grow over the last year and a half, approaching 2 years.
All right, and the next one you say is happening at the Holy Spirit Center. When and where and what part of the center, and how can people get in touch with you about it?
Right, that's correct. So it's actually happening this Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. We will invade Father Smith Hall at the Holy Spirit Center, and all of the information about Encounter can be found either on our Facebook page, if you just search Encounter Cincinnati, or at encountercincinnati.org.
EncounterCincinnati.org, or on Facebook, Encounter Cincinnati. And Brad, Pope Francis has used this language of encounter over and over again. I imagine that that's a good thing for you to hear as you are trying to get these young people to encounter Christ.
Yes, absolutely. And this is language that Pope Benedict also used quite a bit. Actually, much of the inspiration for Encounter sprung out of his famous line in Deus Caritas Est. Being Christian is not the result of an ethical choice or a lofty idea, but the encounter with an event, a person, which gives life a new direction, a new horizon, and a decisive direction. And this is really what we're seeking to foster at Encounter, is just this place where Eucharistic faith and that encounter with the person of Christ can be fostered. So we launched the event with some music, testimony, and prayer to create that space, that disposition, and then invite the teens into that personal encounter with Christ.
Well, and I think people don't realize exactly how hungry kids are for this kind of thing because of all the noise in their life, because of everything that's trying to vie for their attention, that when you get that chance to create that space in your heart to truly encounter Christ, to truly bow before him in adoration, our Eucharistic Lord, that's something that, people are just starved for that kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely. And the last couple of Encounter events, we've been totally blown away as we've moved from prayer through song into silent contemplation. And just the last event, it was a standing room only event, and the whole place just fell silent for almost 10 minutes, just in adoration. So it's something that the teens perhaps don't even realize they're so hungry for until it hits them. So the Encounter has actually continued to grow and spread, not because we are amazing at public relations or marketing. I was joking with Courtney Brown the other day at Ruel Woods that I think our marketing has gotten poorer as we've gone along. But the teens continue to go out and invite their friends, which is exactly what we love to see happening, teens evangelizing teens.
Yeah, it reminds me of the quote, I think it might have been from Brennan Manning. It says that evangelization is just one beggar telling another beggar where he found bread. So once these kids have found Christ in the consecrated bread, truly present there in the Eucharist, and have had that encounter, it's something that they want to share, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's beautiful to hear their testimonies. On our website, we have a handful of testimonies that we film right after the event of just teens sharing their story, how the Lord meets them right where they're at, just right in their need as they're begging, and then lifts them up, comes with His fullness, and just draws them forward, just even one more step. So just some beautiful testimonies from the teens about this life they were living, and then this awareness, this new awareness or awakening of who Jesus is, and greatness that he's calling them to.
Well, the Encounter event is taking place tomorrow night, Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. in Father Smith Hall at Our Lady of the Holy Spirit Center, and you can find them online at olhsc.org for Our Lady of the Holy Spirit Center. You can find information on the event itself at the Encounter Cincinnati Facebook page. Just go into that search box on Facebook and look up Encounter Cincinnati. And Brad, thank you so much for being with us. We hope that as many people as possible come to Father Smith Hall for Eucharistic adoration, for music, for song, for fellowship, and for silence.
Thanks. I appreciate the time.